the calls here on the line. I want to go to Nicholas here.
Nicholas.
In California. Hey, Nicholas, you're live on Truth Wanted. What's up?
Hi.
Hey.
Okay, so my thing sounds really funky.
All right. I'm used to the funky,
so,
Nicholas. This is a very funky show we got going on here.
This might be a bit much, but so I myself, there's a bit of a backstory for this. Is that all right if I explain it?
You wouldn't be the first.
It's not.
You won't be the last. So go ahead.
All right. So I myself am an atheist. I have been for basically my whole life. My dad is as well. We watch lots of the Atheist Community of Austin shows, like, all the time. And I don't, believe in supernatural things or things without evidence, like things based on faith.
Good for you.
But, yeah, so here's the backstory bit.
Okay.
When I was younger, losing my teeth and stuff around that age, 8 or 9 years old, after my family moved to a different town, every single time I lost a tooth, I would put it on my bedside table, and when I woke up, it would be perfectly split in half, completely perfectly, as if some kind of very accurate bone saw was used.
Oh, like a very vengeful tooth fairy.
That's exactly it.
Okay.
And I've always asked my parents, have been hey, did you guys cut my teeth in half? And they've always been no. And even if we had, we couldn't do it that precisely or that quietly. And one night after I had lost one of my teeth, I woke up and there's this huge looming figure over my bed, which I know sounds I don't know, sleep deprivation, hallucination, or something like that. But I was 8 or 9 years old, and so I was scared, and I flipped over. I couldn't see what happened. I, after 20 minutes, got up and checked to see if my tooth was still there, and there was only half of it, and they never got cut in half after that. Ever since then, I've kind of just been I don't know. I've just been confused as to what to think, because I know that could be entirely a hallucination because I was tired and just woke up and 8 years old. But I don't know, just having also my teeth being cut in half and then stopped after that, it's a weird thing. And I also work and go to school in a town with very, very many very religious and very conservative and homophobic people.
Mm-hmm.
And a ton of them, not a ton, but when I tell people that story, they're oh, it was a demon. You've got to cleanse yourself and stuff like that. And
you're just nah, bro, it's a tooth fairy. Come on.
Yeah.
This is already established.
I was going to say, have you called the Winchester Brothers? Because
Yeah.
This sounds like the intro of
Oh
a
my
Supernatural episode.
It kind of does. You're absolutely right.
It's just the right level of creepy and
Yeah.
ridiculous to be that's disturbing.
Yeah.
Man.
Well,
it's,
so Nicholas,
I don't believing things just based on sight, because
yeah.
human brains aren't reliable.
Yeah, especially 8-year-old brains, and that's something
Yeah.
I have some weird shit that happened in my childhood, and I just have to chalk it up to I was just probably a kid and got it wrong. And I,
Yeah.
I can't go back in time, Nicholas, and see what exactly happened there and what's going on. But I just have to assume that the most logical explanation, at least for this, is maybe it's a combination of being a sleep deprivation and just being 8 years old.
I see, that's absolutely what I think of seeing something,
Yeah.
but also there's still the fact that all of those teeth were cut in half, and even if it wasn't some terrifying tooth fairy monster or whatever, which it wasn't, but
Maybe your parents were just BSing
Still-
you. I don't know.
Right? A practical joke gone very wrong.
Yeah, I will say that's a very specific thing, and
Yeah.
very specific for you to remember. Do you remember how many times was this Like 2 or 3 times, or was this like 5 or 6 times?
A
Like
total of like 5, I think.
okay, huh?
And like after that night, none of my teeth ever got cut in half again. My sister, she never lived with me, but one time when she spent the night, she lost one of her teeth, and that morning, that one was cut in half.
Holy shit!
And that was the only time it happened to her. But like,
Huh?
it's just a really weird thing, and I don't like not
knowing, right?
Like,
Yeah.
not
Well,
having answers,
let's
so.
break this down. I think it's not a demon, and here's why I don't
Probably
think that.
not.
Yeah.
What kind of fucking demon just shows up and like doesn't even haunt you or shit? Just kind of just fucks with you and just like splits your tooth in half.
Right?
It seems like it could be a really shitty, incompetent demon, and maybe that's what it is. And then he just leaves you alone. Like there's no closure
Whoops,
there.
Tommy, that's it.
Now maybe
Sorry.
that's the real haunting.
Nothing else has happened since then. It's
That's
just,
the.
Maybe he's the best demon because now you're thinking about it, and that's what really scares you, is because you don't know for sure. But I don't know. This is wild.
I mean, there are. I mean, I'm just throwing out possibilities here that are not tooth fairy. It could be that did you get these? Did your parents like take these teeth to a dentist and be like, "Are these my son's teeth?" Or
no, they never took them to the dentist. My mom I don't know. I've heard some people say this is like a really weird thing, but my mom always like kept all my teeth after I lost them in like her jewelry box. So my mom has all my like old halved teeth.
interesting.
Well, okay. Oh, so you still have the
Yeah,
teeth.
if you still have them.
That's interesting because now you can. Okay, so you can actually verify that they were split in half. You still got them today.
Yeah, you could take them to a dentist and like
okay.
figure out what happened. Because
Wow.
there are
Yeah.
instances where teeth will split in half if you're grinding your teeth.
I've actually looked that up.
Yeah.
Like I didn't grind my teeth as a child because I thought it was gross. I didn't bite my nails either. I never got like hit in the face or anything. Like even when my brother and I would fight, like face was off limits to each other. And like I didn't eat hard candies because I hated them. I've like
So, Nicholas, what do your parents think?
looked up all this stuff. Okay, well, my dad has been laughing in the other room while I'm on this call, and I assume is also watching the stream. He is convinced it was just like a hallucination or something, or maybe he was in my room because he's really tall, but not like as tall as what I may or may not have seen. And he thinks that just like, I don't know, Dad, what do you think?
Hello?
He says he's not sure. He just does not know.
So yeah, the seeing the person thing doesn't impress me as much because I once thought I saw Santa checking in on me when I was a little kid on Christmas night. That was probably just my dad. But like, you know, like the tooth thing, that's I like where V is going with this. It must be some sort of dental phenomenon.
Because if your sister also had it happen to her, it might be something genetic that maybe you had something wrong with some of your baby teeth.
I like blood.
Oh, okay. I don't know. I'd have to research this one more.
Yeah.
You've put.
Yeah.
I thought, you know, when I started this show, I thought the real shit was gonna be like the Bigfoots and like the aliens. Nah, it's the Tooth Fairy. That's what got me, and I can't solve this one. I don't know. We got to get to the mystery bus because Scooby and the gang's got to help me figure this one out. I don't know.
Yeah.
My God.
If you've got the time and would like to do some more recon, bring those things to a dentist and call back.
I gotta look
please.
this one up because you may have just bested me this one here, Nick. I don't know. This is outside of my. I need to call an expert.
Yeah, right.
Where?
Who do we?
Mark,
who
get
do
a
you
list
call?
of the local dentists. We're doing some interviews. We're gonna figure this one out for you, Nick. I don't know.
Spin-off series for patrons only.
Patron exclusive here. We delve into this one, I guess. I don't know. God, thank you for calling in with this.
I have. Is it okay if I mention one more thing that's kind of related to that?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
We need some more details on this case here, Nicholas, if we're going to crack it. And I'm not talking about your teeth.
After part.
Okay.
Like that was a pun. Wow. So as I mentioned earlier, the town like I go to work and school in because I'm in college right now. It's I call it the most southern town in Southern California. Not because of its latitude, but it's not a fantastic place for people. I've had many people, like, not many, but like many of the people that I've told about this be like, oh, you were haunted by a demon, or like
a shitty demon,
like,
but yes,
cursed
or the best
something
demon.
like that. Yeah.
Case is still out on that one, but go on.
I've legitimately had some people say to me like, oh, that's why you're gay, is because this demon came and cursed you. It's like,
what?
What is happening?
Oh,
that's a hot take.
God, that is.
Whoa.
Wow.
Like, one of my friends in my English class was like, yeah, that's probably it.
Yeah, I have this paper.
Of course, your teeth cracked as a child. That's why you're attracted to men. Wow. What the heck?
It's a lot.
I think what it is it's a spooky thing that happened to you, and people think that, like, being gay is a spooky phenomenon. I don't know, and maybe they tie the two together. Yeah, I don't know. That's just...
That's amazing. That is amazing.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Wow. Also, I'm sorry. Like, that sounds like it sucks. Yeah. But also, that's amazing, and thank you for sharing.
No problem.
I just can't.
You broke Dan.
I don't know what to do with this right now. This is amazing. Now, I wish somebody called in and said, hey, my teeth broke in as a child, and I think I'm gay because of it. And I would love to explore why someone would actually believe that. But, yeah, I think...
Oh, my God.
Yeah, Nick, we need to explore this again. I won't leave this behind. I know I tell people to call back with this stuff all the time, but I got to know, Nick. I'm going to look this up. This is going to bother me. I can't.
I've been wanting to, like, call into secular sexuality and, like, the atheist experience, but every time I either get, like, too stressed for the atheist experience, or, like, for secular sexuality, I usually have my statistics class when it's going, so I don't call in. But, like...
Well, we've got a new voicemail box that you can call in and leave a question whenever, and then we'll answer it on air. So...
Alrighty.
Yeah.
I'll call in about teeth. Ooh.
We need to do that. So now you're stressing me. You passed that stress on to me, Nicholas. Yeah. I just want you to know, because I'm
not sleeping tonight.
Now the demon is haunting me. So I'm going to call an exorcist after the show and get this one figured out, and my dentist, and see what we'll do. But
oh my God.
No, thank you so much for talking about this with us. And I know I absolutely did not help you at all with solving your mystery here. But I mean, I think it's in seriousness though. It must be some sort of, I don't know, maybe cavities in your teeth. I don't know. There's got to be
I've never had cavities in my life.
Well, I got to see if this has happened to other people, right? And we can look at their experiences, then there's got to be a root cause there.
Root cause.
I've done research and stuff, like trying to figure out, has anybody like had their teeth just like split perfectly in half after, like when they were a child and they fell out, and I haven't found anything about it. I've looked up why do teeth split, why do baby teeth split, all this different stuff, and well, I can't find anything.
Tell you what, Nick, let's make this a group thing. If you post on the Atheist Community of Austin Discord, post pictures of your teeth, and I'm sure there's some people on there right now that'll help us solve this mystery tonight. Because we need to make this happen. I need a full report on this Discord. We need to get this one going if we can get back to Nick. So anyway, thanks again for calling. We're gonna get to the other callers here, but have a great night.
Yeah.
And we'll catch up. We'll catch up. We'll figure this out.
Wow.
What am I doing? What's going on, V?
This is amazing.
I never thought I'd get calls about a demon tooth fairy.
It's kind of beautiful.
But you never know what happens with this show. Honestly,
I'm starting to realize that this is awesome.
It's beyond my control. I'm just a guest here on this crazy train. I don't run the show. God. The calls run the show, man. That's wild. I want to look into that seriously and maybe talk about that more when I figure something out. But that's cool.
I'm like racking my brain for friends who also are dentists.
There's going to be some dentist that calls next week. It's going to be like, oh, yeah, this is easily explainable. But
please, so we can all sleep.
Dentists who watch the show, please give me